name is Jason Nosak. I'm with NCNS Communications. Today is July 27th, 2012, and I am here to train on the communication system at Shields. We're in room 294. We have over here patch panels. Patch panels are at the top. We have cable that goes to the DMARC, which is on the wall to the back here. There's a 25 pair that extends your circuits. They're right here. They extend your circuits from West or CenturyLink to this location. This patch panel enables you to just plug a patch cable in and run it down to the location to where it needs to go. Below this is a 25 pair that goes to 273 and another one that goes to 286. These will be labeled. And then below that we have the first floor cabling on each one of these patch panels. Move over to the second row of patch panels. You have the second floor and all the cabling that goes to the second floor. And that's pretty much it for this room. No, I take that back. We have fiber that goes to, there's 6 strands right here that goes to 273 and 6 strands that goes to 286. Do you have any other questions?
So this is phone and data, correct?
This is phone and data, yes. If you go to each location in each office or wherever that location is, they will be labeled individually, whatever that number is. So your phone, due to the fact that it's voice over IP, and your data, it's the exact same port. So your phone switch, they would run a patch cable over to the switch, and the switch would, the PoE switch, and it would go to that, which would go to the phone. Okay. And then the data switch is the same thing. It's the same type of switch. The only difference is your switch would go to your phone switch, obviously.
So when we go to patch, so we've got 1015, we find it doesn't have cable to it, so we patch 1015, run it over to an open port.
To an open port,
and we're fine.
And you should be fine. So the only thing really you need to do is take a cable, plug it into whatever port, and then run it to your switch. Try and keep it in these wire managers. There's covers for them. All the covers will be on the hinge, so we can keep it looking really nice. This will all be cleaned up by the time you guys take over completely. But as long as your guys keep it inside here and inside the bigger wire managers, it will continue to stay looking nice.
What's the colors for?
The colors are a Shield standard, and I'm not sure what those are.
Do we have a emergency jack or anything?
There's no necessarily emergency. I mean, obviously you do not want to touch any of these because these are your circuits in.
Okay. Anything
Anything on this patch panel here would be your circuits coming in, so your telephone numbers and everything else. Without those working, you're out of the phone system. So.
Okay.
Are there any trouble lights or
No lights.
digital lights, anything?
No, it's pretty much a maintenance-free. There should be no issues. Everything is tested and labeled on each end. So there's a certification on every cable that states that it is up to the standards of Cat 5e. In addition to this room, there's 2 more communications closets. One is at 273, which is on the second floor of Area C, and 286, which is in the area of D, and they're both on the second floor. 273 has fiber that goes to a panel similar to this one, a little bit bigger, and it goes out to the parking lot to 5 locations, and those are for the POS system.
What about the battery backup?
We didn't install that.
You didn't?
No, but this, you need to know about the battery backup system.
Is there any maintenance on it, or how long do the batteries last? Or
I wouldn't have any specs
Okay.
on that. We didn't. That was an owner supplied item, the battery
Yeah.
backup. And so are the switches. They were an owner supplied phone switch.
Yeah, we checked those bi-monthly. Pull them, check to make sure they were.
Drawing EO01 shows 273, which is over here, but it shows the fiber locations where the 6 strands of fiber goes to each location out in the parking lot.
And that's north.
This is the north end of the building. And this is perfect right here. This drawing here on E301 shows the dividing lines for the communications rooms. It's divided up into data room 294, data room 273, and 286. And this area is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. If you do the cut lines. So. Here we have a data jack. We label it here, and then we put the room number at the very top of the faceplate. This is room 286. It's the smaller room and has the least amount of cable in it. But here's your 25 pair that goes to 294, and then your first floor and your second floor. This is the fiber. The first 3 ports are the only ones that have fiber in it, and they go back to 294. This room is 273. It's located in area C, and this up here is where the fiber goes to 294, and then the additional outside fiber will be terminated right here, and it goes out to the parking lot. Anything else you need to know on this one? Oh. This is up here on the very top is a 25 pair that goes to 294, and then you have your first floor. This is still the first floor, and then this is the second floor. And if you have any other questions, I think this pretty much shows you the entire communication structure.
Are the cash wraps out of this room?
The cash wraps do come out of this room
That'd be good for you.
and the other room as well. They're terminated right now on this side, and until the cash registers are installed, yeah, then we'll terminate them out there. So
That's just good for you to know.
So 273 and 286 is where all your cash registers are. And for the most part, just another note, all of your wireless access points are on all of the floors on the patch panels. So your first ports would be 1 through whatever would be wireless access points.
Okay.
And there's a space in between the patch panels for growth for wireless access points. And then start your data cables.
If I have to add one of those wireless access points, how do I do it? I guess if I put an access point in, do I just run a wire to 19 and then patch a wire to 19 for that to be live? How do I do
in order to add a wireless access point, you'd have to run a home run cable from wherever the location is to the patch panel, and from the patch panel you would run your patch cable to the switch. Is that?
Yeah, I could the home run, but if I find a jack on a column or in the back room, can I take that access point to the closest jack it in there, and then
Yes.
patch it here to make it live?
Every one of the cables is exactly the same, so they all do the exact same thing. There is about 54 wireless access points out there right now, and you only have 42 wireless access points out there. So if you need to move one from one location to another, it would be real easy to do that.
And then I get a hold of our SIS or whatever, and to have them readdress it so they know what.
If you're moving one that's existing, you could probably just keep it in the same port, unless you're removing rooms. If you're removing rooms, then you would probably have to find out what VLAN it's on and make sure that it's set up in each room.